Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm gonna show you how to play one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs of all time, and it's of course Kashmir. This is a full song lesson, so I'm gonna show you every part of the song. I hope you like this video. You can subscribe to my channel, you can leave a comment down below, you can share this video, and let's get right into it. Let's talk about the tuning for a second. It's that get. That means the low E string is going down to D. The A string stays the same, the D string stays the same, G string, it's the same. The B string is going down to A. And the high E string is going down to D. So it's D, A, D, G, A, D, that get. It starts on fret 5 on the A string. I take my ring finger for fret 5 on the A string and my index finger for fret 2 on the G string. And it's down, up, down. Again, down, up, down. And the bass note, the low E string, which is now tuned down to D. So it's right, down, up, down, and bass note. For the next part, you just move your index finger from fret 2 to fret 3, and your ring finger stays on fret 5 on the A string. And it's the same thing, down, up, down, and bass note. Right? So far. For the next part, we take our middle finger for fret 4 on the G string, and it's down, up, down, bass note. And the next part, ring finger stays the same on fret 5 on the A string, and we take our pinky for fret 5 on the G string, and it's down, up, down, bass note. Right? So far. Next part, index finger on fret 5 on the A string and pinky on fret 7 on the G string, and it's down, up, down. No bass note, just down, up, down. So far. And back to ring finger on fret 5 on the A string and index finger on fret 2 on the G string. The difference is when you start this sequence, you play 5 on the A string and 2 on the G string, down, up, down, bass note. And when you start all over again, you just play down, up, down, bass note, and you go on to ring finger on fret 5 on the A string and index finger on fret 3 on the G string. Okay, so you start like this. And then you play and move on to fret 5 on the A string and fret 2 on fret 3 on the G string. Alright, for the next part we need fret 12 on the G string and fret 12 on the high E string. I play fret 12 on the G string with my middle finger and fret 12 on the high E string with my ring finger. And you play the D string, the G string, the B string and the high E string, just one downstroke. And then it's fret 11 on the G string and fret 12 on the high E string. So fret 12 on the G and fret 12 on the high E string, one downstroke. And fret 11 on the G string and fret 12 on the high E string, one downstroke. We do the same thing, but we start on fret 10 on the G string and fret 10 on the high E string. And then it's fret 9 on the G string and fret 10 on the high E string. So it's 12, 12, 11, 12, 10, 10, 9 and 10. Next is fret 7 and 7, 7 on the G string, 7 on the high E string. And then it's fret 6 on the G string and fret 7 on the high E string. Same thing on fret 5 on the G string and fret 5 on the high E string. You start with 5 and 5. And then it's 4 on the G string and 5 on the high E string. And again the same thing on fret 3 on the G string and fret 3 on the high E string. And then it's fret 2 on the G string and fret 3 on the high E string. So the whole sequence, 12, 12, 11, 12, 10, 10, 9, 10, 7, 7, 6, 7, 5, 5, 4, 5, and 3, 3, and 2, 3. And then you play fret 3 on the D string, fret 2 on the D string, and the open D string. Right? Alright, for the next part we need a few bass notes. We play fret 3 and 2 on the D string and the open D string. So it's 3, 2, open on the D string, the open A string, fret 2 on the A string, and the open D string. So it's 3, 2, and open D string, the open A string, fret 2 on the A string, and the open D string. Next is a power chord, open A string and fret 2 on the D string. Then it's the open A string and fret 4 on the D string, and back to fret 2 on the D string. Right? Next is fret 7 on the D string and fret 6 on the G string. you can play it with a little slide out. So we have and again the A power chord, the open A string, and fret 2 on the D string. The next part is just a G chord and the A chord. The G chord, G major chord in that get is fret 5 on the low E string. We skip the A string and we play the open D string, the open G string, fret 5 on the B string, and fret 5 on the high E string. Right, so that's a G major chord in that get. And the A power chord, open A string, and fret 2 on the D string.